Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma and this here is my little craft corner where I share things about knitting and sometimes other yarn related stuff. So today I thought it was about time that I gave another yarn stash update. So I have about 6 of these crates around me right now, and I'd like to take you through what I have and what I want to do with it. First of all, today I'm wearing my sweater that I made myself. I made this about a year ago and I cannot tell you how I made this because I kind of made up the pattern on my own, and I also forgot the yarn name, so yeah, that's about everything I can tell you on that. But I made this sweater myself and it's my first ever sweater. I think my second ever project or something, so I'm very proud of it, but I do not have any details. But let's get into the first crate. So first of all, I have my sock crate here. And the first thing I see in here is this Wool met Verve beautiful rich blue yarn. And what I want to be making with these is the Bembe socks from the 52 Weeks of Sock book. I'll put up pictures of the things I'm talking about right here. But this is the color, and it's this beautiful dark rich blue color, and I cannot wait to knit this up into some socks. Second of all, I have this Wool met Verve yarn. You'll see quite a bit of Wool met Verve around here, but this is a bit more of a variegated blue, some lighter parts, some darker parts, some very bright blue parts. I just really love this color, and this is going to become the mini cable socks from the Sock Q2 book. Again, pictures up here, but I just thought it was a lovely pattern to really showcase the beauty of this variegated yarn. Really excited to knit that up as well. I'm by no means saying that I will be knitting all of this in the entire year, because as I said, there are 6 crates here. It's a lot, and we'll see how far I'll get this year, and the rest will just be for next year or the year after that, honestly. Another Wool met Verve yarn I own is this very speckled or stripy, all over colors here, some bright pink in there. And this will be some vanilla socks, just plain vanilla socks, to really showcase the all the colors that are in this. And this will be the contrasting color I will use for the cuff, heels and toes. I just think this contrasts the yarn quite nicely and also complements the bright pink parts. Yeah, I just think this is a really nice combination of everything. So yeah, these are some vanilla socks that I'll probably be casting on pretty soon, because I find vanilla socks to be really relaxing to knit on whenever I'm just at home after work. I can just knit on these. So really excited to get those started pretty soon. Then I have the last Wool met Verve yarn I own is this fiery red color. And this is just slightly variegated. It's a bit more orangey than it shows up on camera. It's really bright and red, orange, bit of brown here. Just everything all over. And this will be the Erica socks from the 52 Weeks of Socks book. This again, I think this will showcase the yarn pretty nicely. Let me put some of the stuff back before I take everything out. I have some yarn left over from the socks that I made for my mom and dad. This yarn is about half a skein, I think. Little over half a skein. And I really didn't know what to do with this. But I think this will be some shorty socks. And then as a contrasting color, I'll be using this gray to just kind of neutral it out a bit on the cuffs, heels and toes. And also to just get enough yardage to cover the entire sock. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing toe up, so I can just guess a bit better how long I can make the socks. I've never knit toe-up socks before, so very interested in doing that. I'm very curious to see how this will turn out. Then I have some Lang Yarns Jawol in a darker blue and some Drops Fable. Well, actually I have a lot of Drops Fable because for some reason I just ordered 5 skeins of Drops Fable ones. And I think I used about 1 or 2 so far, so I have a lot of that left. So this together will be the Promises to Keep socks by Nitty Melissa. I just think this is lovely together. There's a nice contrast between the two. Then I have a lot of more yarn left here. Another Drops Fable combination is just with some scraps or some mini skeins, because I have 4 mini skeins currently and a lot of scraps from the few socks that I've knit. This with some contrast, maybe the black one I have. This would be very nice as the On the Fence socks by Fish Head Creations. I just think it's really cute because the cuff and the toes have some detail on it, but not too much. So I think black and white together would be really cool to try out. But I also have some pink, some, well, every sock that I knit will have some yarn left over. So it's this bright pink. So this together could be very nice. I'm not sure yet, but the On the Fence socks are high on my list to knit, and this Drops Fable really just needs to go out of my stash. So that's why I'm knitting 2 pairs of socks with Drops Fable. Then I also have some Onion Nettle yarn, this lovely brown color. I got this in a mystery bag at the Breidagen last year. And with this, I want to make the Broken Rib socks from the Sock You 2 book. Yeah, I just think, again, this will showcase the yarn pretty nicely. There's also this white part here that I'm not sure if this is throughout the skein or just that one part, but it really stands out, and I think this is a lovely yarn to work with. This is my first time trying out nettle yarn, but I'm really excited and I think this is going to be really nice. Then this Gerbil socks yarn in a bit of a blue, light purple maybe, but mostly blue color. And this will be the Intersection socks from the 52 Weeks of Sock book. This is just really, really lovely. I cannot wait to knit this up because I really fell for this color, but it took me a long time before I could figure out what I wanted to make with this. But I think the Intersection socks are a great way to showcase this yarn and a great way to showcase this pattern, because the yarn does not really have a lot of depth going on. It is commercially dyed yarn, so there's no variegation in it or whatsoever. So I think that would be really nice to knit. Then I have some more sock yarn that I do not really have plans for yet. First of all, this Lang Yarns Happy Dots Super Socks yarn. So this will be, you can see on the picture a bit what this will turn out like. I'm not sure yet. I got this in the same mystery bag as the Onion Nettle yarn, but I'm just not sure what to do with it. I really love the colors in it. I just haven't been super inspired by it yet. So yeah, I'm really curious what this will turn out to be, but for now, no clue. Then this green from Atelier is wool based that I got at the Breidagen last year as well. I really love this. I really love this color. I'm just waiting for the perfect pattern to come by. It's really inspires me to knit something naturey. There's some nature going on. But I don't know yet what kind of thing this will be. Yeah, I'm waiting for the perfect pattern. I'm thinking something nature, maybe something with leaf motif on it, or I don't know yet, but this is inspiring me, but I haven't found the perfect pattern for this yarn yet. So for now, this is just in stash without a plan. And I think that's all of these sock yarns I have. Let me check real quick and I'll be back with crate number 2. Okay, so crate number 2 holds all of my summer top yarn. It's pretty overflowing. Let me not tilt it too far forward because then it will all come falling out. Yeah, this holds all of my summer top plans. And let me start out with all of my favorite things knitwear patterns. First, so I have that out of the way. I'm really inspired to knit a lot of my favorite things knitwear camisoles. First of all is this. I have 3 skeins of this and I want to hold this together with some neutral gray color to make camisole number 6 and shorts number 1 together. This yarn is Lana Grossa Meidenweit Merino hand-dyed yarn in the colorway Chai. This is just lots of gray and brown going on together. I just think this will make a really nice cozy set. So the camisole number 6 and the shorts number 1. I just think that together will look very beautiful, but I just need to find a yarn to hold it together with. So I can go make that pattern. Then I have this Yippie yarn hand-dyed by Janine Kamijn, exclusively for Cross and Woods, which is my local yarn store here. And this is a sock yarn, but I'm going to be using this to make camisole number 8 by my favorite things knitwear. This is in the colorway Pecan Pie. This is just beautiful orangey brown color. It's a lot more muted than the fiery red I just showed you from Wool met Verven. This is just kind of an autumnal vibe to it. And I think camisole number 8 will be very perfect for that. To also capture the autumnal vibe and with all the cables, that will be just very beautiful, I think. So that's camisole number 8. And then I have this yarn for camisole number 7. I have 2 skeins of the Lindewool hand-dyed merino 1 thread yarn, and I got this at the Handwerkbeurs last week. And this is 1 thread of merino, 100% merino in the color moss. And this is just beautifully variegated green with a bit of black in it, or I don't know, it's just variegated green. So also a bit more muted on camera than it is in person, but I really love this color and I think it's so soft, and this as camisole number 7 will just be perfect, I think. So I'm really excited to knit this up sometime around summer maybe, or we'll see when, with similar to all these things. I really want to cast them on right now, but I cannot because I cannot have 30 to 40 whips going on at the same time. It's just too much. So I really need to hold myself back a lot with all this. So then I also have this yarn. So those were all my favorite things knitwear patterns. I have this Drops Flora to knit the Daphne top, and I think this would just look so like fairy tale like. This is a beautiful pattern and this is beautiful yarn, so I'm hoping that together that will be a beautiful garment and that I will love wearing. It's a bit more lighter blue than it shows up on camera. On camera it's a bit more pinkish and darker, I think. This is color 14 from Drops Flora, and I have about 4 skeins here. Hopefully that's enough to make the Daphne top, but we'll see. Then I have this sentence garn tin Lina. I got this back in Germany when I went there with my student association. And this will become the cumulus top. Let me get it straight. I always refer to it as the cumulus blouse, but no, this is a cumulus top because this is some fingering weight yarn. And this is very, very beautiful. I'm really curious how this will knit up. Now, this is 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen. So yeah, I'm really curious to see how this will knit up. And I really want to make this in spring or maybe early summer, just somewhere around that timeline. But again, no promises whatsoever. You'll just have to see my knitting podcasts to know what I actually end up knitting this year. Yeah, it's just, there's way too much to knit and way too little time to knit. So we'll see. Then I think I only have, oh no, this has a pattern attached to it. This is Knitting for Olive cotton merino yarn, and this will be the Y top. I have been knitting on a Y top, or I did so last year, and I just kind of fell out with the pattern. It's still in my whip pile, but I do have another skein of this. This is the Dusty Blue Whale colorway. It is so beautiful, so soft. I cannot wait to have this knit up into a garment, but I just have to get back into knitting the Y top because it's halfway done, really. It's not too much work anymore, but I just have to get back to it. So this is an extra skein for that project. And then the rest I have doesn't have a pattern attached to it, but I will still show it to you, of course, because this is a yarn stash tour. This is a skein of Drops Bell Unicolor. I knit a summer top in this last year, and I have a little less than a skein left, and I don't know what to do with it. This is the colorway 17, so it's blue, but it's kind of variegated. It is a unicolor, but it still has some variegatedness to it. This is mostly cotton, I think, yeah. It is 53% cotton, 33% viscose, and 14% linen, so it's the same as the tin Lina from Sandnes Garn. But this, I don't know what to do with it, but I'll hold on to it for a little while longer and see what I can do with it. Yeah, we'll see. Then I also have this cotton DK from Budget Yarn. I have 4 skeins of this. Again, don't know what to do with it, but it's just 100% cotton yarn. Yeah, don't know what to do with it, but I really like it. I really like the color, but I just haven't been inspired by it yet, so we'll see what this will become. Then I have Katja cotton jeans in this purple, white, and black colorway. I don't know if that's a... And the color, it says party, so I don't know what that means, but I really like this. I got 6 skeins of it because it was €1 a skein. It was on sale at one of my local yarn stores. I just fell in love with it and I bought it, but now I don't know what to do with it, so that's a bit of a shame. I really like this, but I'm not super sure if it's for me, if I would want a garment knit up in this, or I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what to do with this, but I have 6 skeins of this yarn. Then I completely forgot to show you this. This is Scheepjes Woerlet, and this actually has a pattern attached to it, because this will become the olive top by Knitting for Olive. This is just a beautiful orange color, and I think the olive top will really showcase that, and I'm super excited to knit that up, but I just don't know when, which is a recurring theme here, but oh well. Then I have this Lang yarn Omega that I also got on sale, I think, but all the skeins are kind of falling apart. And again, I don't know what to do with it. I have 4 skeins of this, and this is, does it have the, oh yeah, here it is. It's 50% nylon and 50% acrylic. It's really soft and smooth, but I don't know what I want to make with it. It's a lovely color, but just the combination nylon and acrylic hasn't really inspired me yet. I wanted to use this on a test knit, but it didn't really work out that great. Then I got different yarn for the test knit, and this has just been in stash ever since. Yeah, again, not really inspired by this yet, but maybe that will come. We'll see. So those were all my summer top yarns. Then we're moving on to sweaters, which is right behind me. There's already stuff falling out because this is overflowing. I think this holds the least projects, but obviously sweater quantities are quite a lot. So first of all, I have this Novita 7 Villesta, which means 7 brothers, in the nature colorway. And this will become my Moby sweater. I bought this at the Handwerkbeurs last week, and I'm super excited to knit the Moby sweater. They had a Moby sweater that was knit up in this yarn, and I really wanted to knit the Moby sweater already. So then I thought, well, why not just buy this yarn? So this is 70% wool and 30% lyocell. I'm not really sure what lyocell is, but this feels soft, but also somewhat rustic, but not too rustic. I think this feels great, and I cannot wait to knit my Moby, but I don't know if it will be this winter or maybe next autumn or winter or something, because I'm kind of phasing out of knitting very heavy sweaters right now, because it's almost March, and knitting up a Moby sweater in March would not really make that much sense, but we'll see when I knit this. But this is going to become a Moby sweater one day. Then I have lots of skeins in this Drops Puna yarn in this gray colorway. And this is, let me see if I can get the consistency here. No, this is color number 5, but I don't see the, oh wait, it's 100% alpaca yarn. So this will become a sweater number 14 V-neck. And I want to hold this together with Drops brushed alpaca silk, but I still have to order that. But I'm currently unable to justify buying the Drops brushed alpaca silk because I have so much yarn. But I really want to get it because I really want to knit the pattern, and then I can get all this Drops Puna out of stash. So I don't know yet, but this is very soft, very lovely. And I cannot wait to knit sweater number 14 V-neck version with this. Then I also have some other Drops yarn. This is Drops Cotton Merino. So it is 50% wool and 50% cotton. And this will become the Freesia sweater from the Knit It Yourself book. And it's a bit more darker, I think more of a burgundy color than it shows on the camera. It's a bit lighter there. But this is color number 7, if that makes any sense to you. And yeah, I've had this for I think almost a year now, wanting to make the Freesia sweater, but never coming around to knitting it. So I think it's about time that I bite the bullet and just knit it, to just get it out of my stash, to get the sweater into my wardrobe, and just be done with this whole chapter. But there's so much to knit and not enough time. I keep saying it, but it is true. There is just way too much stuff to knit right now. Then lastly in this basket I have a very big cone. This is a 500 gram cone, which is 2100 meters. And this is 70% wool and 25% nylon, so it is a sock yarn. But I want to knit a Monday sweater with this and just hold it double with some white mohair. Just kind of get a marbled effect. Kind of inspired by this thread. You can think of it like similarly to this thread holding everything together. And I got this yarn from Holland Creatief at the Handwerkbeurs. And I'm just super inspired to knit the Monday sweater just in a marbled effect because I've never done that before. And I'm just super inspired to knit this. I already ordered the mohair yesterday from Knitting for Olive because they were having their promotion with the donations to the Red Cross. So obviously I had to buy something, and I got some mohair to combine with this, and I'm really excited to see how that will turn out actually. I might cast this on, well, not straight away, but pretty much straight away after I finish the sweater that I'm currently working on. I might cast this on, I don't know yet, but this just kind of jumped to the first place in line, which wasn't supposed to happen because, as I just mentioned, I had this yarn for over a year. A skein of yarn just flew away. There's more falling down now. So that's great. Let's move on to the next basket. I'll just get this away before everything starts falling down. As I said, there's a lot of yarn. This is my sweater and cardigan basket. This is next up. I have not that much in here. It's pretty alright, but still there's enough to maybe last a year in here alone. First of all, I have this yarn from Holland Creatief again. This is fine Peruvian Highland wool. 100 grams equals 200 meters. It's made in Peru and hand dyed by Antje from Holland Creatief. And I got 4 skeins of this, which I think is not enough, but I want to knit the marigold cardigan with this because it just, the color of this yarn kind of has a rustic feel to it, but the yarn itself is super soft. So I think the marigold cardigan also has this rustic look to it. So I think that will be great to knit with this. I'm super excited to get that started, but I need more yarn to do that. Then I have 2 skeins of the blue fine Peruvian Highland wool that I think I'll have left over after I knit the sweater that I'm currently knitting with this yarn, because I bought 8 skeins of this last year at the Breidagen. And I've been knitting sweater number 15 with this, but I think I'll have 2 skeins left over, but not too sure. But I think I'll have 2 skeins left over, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with that, but we'll see. Then I also have this baby alpaca yarn from Holland Creatief that I also do not really know what to do with it. This is 50 grams, and I think I want to make a cowl with it or something like that, but not sure yet which pattern. I'll have to get a proper look at that. I'm not really a cowl knitter, or I haven't been knitting cowls over the year that I've been knitting. So this will be a first for me, but I'm really, really excited to see how this will turn out. Antje very kindly gifted me this yarn at the Handwerkbeurs last week, or 2 weeks ago now I think. Which is very kind, but now I have to think what I want to knit with this. It cannot be in my stash forever, and I would very much love to have something knit up in this very special yarn. Then I have a couple skeins of this Drops Lima unicolor in the color 5610. And this yarn was gifted to me by Kim because she was destashing and I really wanted her stash. She gifted me 3 skeins of this, and I think I want to buy a bit more of this yarn and make the twist loop sweater by Other Loops with this. I just don't know if it's maybe too dark of yarn to do that with, but so far this yarn hasn't inspired me to make anything else with it. So if it doesn't inspire me to make anything else, I'll knit the twist loop sweater with this. But it's not top priority for me to knit that pattern. Then I have this Lana Grossa Cool Wool Melange, which also has been in stash for about a year. Shows up a bit darker on camera than it is in person again. But this is just a very dark red going towards brown, maybe some purple-ish in it. And I think this is lovely, but I don't know yet what I want to make with this. It hasn't super inspired me yet, but I do have a sweater quantity of it. So maybe a sweater, maybe a cardigan, or we'll see. But it's a beautiful color, but it just hasn't inspired me that much yet. Then lastly in this basket is Scheepjes Merino Soft. This is 50% superwash merino, 25% microfiber and 25% acrylic yarn. It is super soft, which it's called merino soft, so fair enough. But I have 2 skeins of this, and I'm thinking of buying more and using this for a bubble stitch cardigan together with yarn that will be in the next basket. I have a lot of rainbow acrylic yarn left over. This is showing up very much brighter than it is in real life. It's not this fluorescent in real life, but this together, I have a whole rainbow of this acrylic yarn, and I'll show you in a bit. That together will become a bubble stitch cardigan that I want to be designing myself. And I'm really excited for that. I have had the idea to do this for a year now, I think. But I just haven't come around to it because there's a lot of yarn here again. Yeah, I haven't come around to doing that. But I'm really excited to get that started. Maybe this autumn, maybe this spring, maybe this winter, maybe next year or in 2 years. Or I don't know yet. But there's a lot of yarn to go through. Then I have 2 more crates, which is a bit more scrappy or just acrylic that I don't really know what to do with, or leftovers, or I don't know. But let's go through them. This, first of all, is 6. I'm not going to be pulling it out. Just 6 rainbow skeins of acrylic here that I will use to do the bubble stitch cardigan. This is an overview of the entire crate. This is all left over from my boyfriend's mittens. I need the Bernie Sanders mittens for him. I have a lot of yarn left over, so I don't know what to do with that. This is a lot of Scheepjes Roma Hidden yarn that my grandma gifted me. And I already made my grandma a kabel with it, my mom a kabel with it, my grandpa got a hat, and I made myself a hat, and I still have just so much left over, and I don't know what to do with it. This is all Scheepjes Color Crafter yarn, by the way, I forgot to mention that. Then this is more scrappy yarn. These 2 pinks, I'm not going to be putting them all out because it's kind of ridiculous because it's all very tightly in here. These 2 I got from my grandma. I don't know what to do with it, but it's lovely acrylic yarn. So I'll surely find a purpose for it, but not right now. This is, I'm actually going to be pulling this out because this is super fuzzy yarn that my grandma got me. She gifted me this because apparently when I was younger I tried to knit socks with this. I would never knit socks with this again because it's feels super synthetic and just fuzzy, and I don't think it's great for socks, but sure, I was about 10 years old, so little did I know, I just wanted fuzzy socks. I have this Zeeman Fancy Chenille yarn. I have 2 skeins of this, and I got this a couple years ago when I wasn't really knitting, but I wanted to start knitting or crocheting or just doing something, and I found this yarn and I fell in love with it, but it's not the most practical stuff to knit with because it's this very weird yarn. I don't know what I want to do with this. It is 100% polyester yarn, so it's not good for a garment, but I just don't know. It's really fun yarn, and I feel like it should go to a really fun project, but it hasn't inspired me yet. This has been stashed for a while, and this is the entire basket of mostly acrylics that I don't know what to do with. Then I have another basket. This is the last basket, by the way. This is just a sea of blue. This holds lots of blues. I think all of, except for this. This is all gifted by my grandma and becoming a blanket. I think maybe the excavation blanket, because I have lots of variations of blue here, and I think the excavation blanket will kind of highlight all those colors, and I think it will look very beautiful if I make that pattern. But I just have to orchestrate it all and figure out how this will turn out. I have more just white acrylic yarn that I'm not showing right now because it's in a plastic bag that I completely forgot about up until this point. But there's more white acrylic yarn that I don't know what to do with. So it might just all become a blanket, and I really love that. But then this corner here, all this is just leftovers from other projects. So I have a lot of this drop snip ball in baby blue color. I used this yarn to make my Edgar cardigan, but now I have lots of skeins left over, and I already winded them up in cakes, so I cannot return them, but I think I have about 3 or 4 skeins left over. Oh, there's one still in a skein so I might just donate them or give them away or something. I don't know. I also have some black left. I kind of am still using this because I'm making a folklore cardigan and it has like 2 black stripes on it. So I am keeping this for now, but I have used this for, first of all, the folklore cardigan for a couple stripes. Then I knit my dad a hat with this, and now there's still left over for the last 2 stripes I have to do with this. So this will be used a bit for a folklore cardigan, but then I don't know what to do with it anymore. I have some drops kid silk mohair. I'm again not sure what I'm going to be doing with this, but this was used for the Edgar cardigan together. It's very beautiful, but now I have mohair left over, and I think this is quite scratchy. It's not too bad, but still not like my favorite feeling in the whole world. So I don't know if I'll be using it for a different project or what I'm going to be doing with this, but I have some white mohair left. It's never very wrong, I guess. Then I have some red drop snip ball, and this I used to knit stockings for me and my boyfriend, some Christmas stockings, like a year ago, and then I had 1.5 skeins left. I knit my dad a hat with this. He wears it every single day. He loves it so much. But I still have some red yarn left, and I don't know what to do with this. So this might just also go on the donation pile. I might just have a whole drop snip pile clear out one day. And then the last scraps that I have is this durable double 4 yarn. It's less than half a skein. I used this to knit the trillen top for my sister. And then I used this on the market ganger bag for my mother-in-law. But now I have some yarn left over. It's not, yeah, it's less than half a skein. Again, I don't know what to do with it, but it's cotton yarn, and I think cotton always comes in handy. Maybe, I don't know. It's just left over, and it will be here for a while until I think of something else to do with it. Yeah, that's all my baskets of yarn. It's all my stash that I have here. It's a lot, but most of it has a purpose or a pattern attached to it that I really want to make. And I'm not going on a yarn buying ban, but I am kind of going to be more mindful about what I buy or how much I buy. I get most of my yarn from yarn fairs or just kind of bigger hauls. I don't tend to go out and buy one single skein or something. Whenever I buy yarn, I buy like not in bulk, but like more together. Really see yarn buying as more of an event than just something to do sporadically. So for example, with the Knitting for Olive Red Cross promotion donation thing going on, I decided to finally buy yarn that I wanted for a long time. And then I bought a skein to lengthen one of the summer tops that I made last year. So it's just combining it together and just kind of saving up all the yarn that I want to buy for one specific moment, and then just buying it and then saving up all my yarn ideas again and then buying it. So it's not that I'm buying a lot of yarn every month, but I might not buy yarn for 3 months and then buy a bunch at the same time, and then again not for 3 months, and just kind of like that. And I really like it. I really do not mind that I have a lot of stash, but I would like to tone it down a bit because I think 6 baskets is a lot, and if I don't keep knitting it away, it'll become more baskets, and I can only fit 6 in my closet right now, so I don't have the space for more yarn. I'm really looking to just dial it down a bit to get down to a bit less stash. But yeah, this has been all my stash, and if you made it to this point, congratulations. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you made it to this point. And please tell me in the comments down below for some of the yarn that I don't have a plan with, what you would like to do with it, because I'm really curious to learn about that, and maybe you'll just inspire me to knit something this year. Thank you so much for watching again, and I'll see you guys again real soon. Bye!